So let's talk about what actually makes a great trainer on paper. Okay. So, number one, what makes a great trainer on paper? Okay. This is if you're looking up their website, you're Googling best trainer in Houston or best trainer in Michigan or whatever city, and you're probably going to find their website. They're probably going to find their social media pages. You're going to find, all that their digital footprint, we'll call it. Okay. So this is what makes a great trainer on paper. Now, the more that they have of these things, the better trainer that they're most likely going to be. Now, they don't need to have all of it. Okay. But I'll tell you this, that if somebody is truly a professional trainer, and this is what they do, they will have every single one of these things so you can see, because these are all super important for you to trust that that trainer knows what they're doing. So number 1, they should have client testimonials. We've talked about already that yes, it is important. It is very important that a trainer looks good, okay? And let's just say you're looking at their social media, or you're looking at their Instagram or their Facebook. It is important to a degree that they look good. But more than anything, what should be more important to you is what their clients look like. Again, there is a big difference of what I can do for myself and what I can get other clients to do. And to me, the most important thing in looking for a trainer, the most important thing is what can they get their clients to do. There's a famous story that a friend tells me all the time, and it's about a karate master, and he's this 90-year-old black belt, 28th degree black belt of some sort. And he is this karate master. Okay. And he is this frail little old man. And, people are like, well, why are you the master? Why are you this? You're just frail, this frail little old man. And he says, it's not a matter of what I can do. It's a matter of what I can teach my clients to do. And I've always remembered that, because that is such a huge thing. And a lot of people, when looking for a trainer, they're just always just looking at what that trainer looks like. But not once do they really stop and look at, okay, what are they actually getting their clients to do? Because that's a true representation of their work. If you were hiring a graphic design artist, okay, you wouldn't just look at, what they've done for themselves. Okay. You would look at, what are they doing for other clients? You want to see their portfolio. You want to see all the different dynamics and all the different types of companies they've worked with. It's the same thing with personal training. You want to look at all the different types of people that they work with, or do they only work with one type of person, and that's kind of their niche. Okay, so you got to figure out. You got to look at client testimonials. That's super important. Before and after photos are big. Okay, even write ups are also big. Okay, those are big things on client testimonials. Okay, you should look at a client's education. Okay, you should look at their certifications. You should look if they have a degree. I've met a lot of trainers who have degrees who are like the worst trainers on the planet. Okay, but I've also I've also met trainers who don't have a degree. Maybe they have a degree in, I don't know, electrical engineering, but later on in life they realized that training is really their passion, and so they went and got all these certifications, and they were really good. Okay, just because somebody has a degree, just because somebody has a lot of certifications, doesn't necessarily mean they're a great trainer, but it is a great start. Like myself, for example, I have both my kinesiology degree, and I have over 50 personal training and nutrition certifications that I've taken over my 22-year career. So I have put a lot of emphasis on my continuing education. Okay. Now, is it necessary for somebody else to have that many? No, it's not. But it is important that you look at their education and you look at their certifications. Okay. The other thing that you want to look at is you want to look at their experience. Okay. How long have they been training? Okay. Are they fresh out of school? Or have they only been training for 2 or 3 months? Have they only been training for a year? Is this their kind of their side hustle? Is this just what they do because they are in between jobs? Okay, you got to look at their experience. Okay, myself on the other hand, this is what I do. This is all day, every day. I do nothing else. So I have 22 years of experience, and you can probably imagine in that 22 years, I've seen a lot of different types of people and worked with a lot of different types of people. Okay, now, here's another thing of what makes a trainer great on paper is their program and their process. Okay. If you don't know the type of program that that trainer is going to take you through, or the type of processes, or how they write programs, their program design, okay, if to use a fancy word, their periodization, okay, if you don't know that part, then you're just kind of just going in there blindly and just hoping and again assuming that this trainer has that. Okay, so what will look good is if a trainer can actually have something listed out, has a free training video, has something that talks about their program and their process that they use in order to train their clients. Okay, now some other things that look good on paper is obviously awards and accolades. Have they been awarded, best trainer in Houston, or have they been recognized for their work? Okay. Now that's not a very necessary thing, but it is important to see that other people outside of the community or outside the people that they're working with, they're getting awarded or they're being recognized for the work that they've done. Like for me, for example, in 2021, I was voted one of the top fitness pros in Houston. Okay. I also in 2015, I was voted as one of the top entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs in 2015. And the list goes on and on and on of all the different types of awards. I have all these awards back here. You can probably see some. And so that is important. Now, not everything, right? Because I can just make up an award and say I'm the best trainer, right? I can do a Michael Scott and say world's best boss or world's best trainer. That doesn't mean anything. Okay. For all my office fans out there, I hope you enjoyed that. But awards and accolades are an important thing. Okay. And I think another big thing that it looks good on paper is, do they walk the walk? Okay. Now this kind of goes back to something I said was a big mistake, right? Trainer only looking good. Okay. But does that trainer actually walk the walk? Does that trainer actually practice what they preach? That is a super important thing because it's so easy to just tell people what to do and you not do it yourself. Okay. You get more of a more rich experience when your trainer is actually doing the things that they're teaching you because they have an insight. They know all the tricks and tips on how to get you to move past your particular barriers. Okay. So, do they walk the walk? Okay. So, these are all things that look good on paper. Okay. Now, just because it looks good on paper doesn't mean it's time for you to hire that trainer. Okay. That's just a great place. That's probably when you said, hey, look, I actually want to sit down and I want to have a conversation with you, or, hey, I want to get on a call with you and let's talk about it. Okay. So that's, if you see all of that, then it's probably time to, opt in to get some information, whatever the case may be, whatever their particular avenue is. Okay. It's your time to connect with that trainer and go to the next step. Okay. All right, cool.